everyone, welcome to my math room. In this video, we are going to have business mathematics focusing on fractions. Once again, in this video, the topic is on the basic concepts of fractions. Our learning objectives are the following. First, illustrate the fundamental concepts of fractions, and second, perform fundamental operations on fractions accurately. And to attain these learning objectives, we need to answer this essential question. What are the key concepts of fractions and how to perform its operations? Fraction is considered as one of the fundamental and frequently used mathematical concepts. Do you agree? It has several applications in our day-to-day living. As an ABM student, it is necessary to recall this topic for it has numerous applications in business. So in this video, we are going to focus on the following: the basic concepts of fractions, operations on fractions, and complex fractions. To begin with, let's check if you still remember the concepts on fractions. You may pause the video so you can answer the following questions. Let's check your work. Reduce 4 over 10. The answer is 2/5. Item number 2. Convert 43 over 6 into a mixed number in lowest term, and the answer is 7 and 1/6. Item number 3. Find the least common denominator of 1/3, 1/15, and 1/9. The answer is 45. And item number 4. Multiply the fractions 3/5 and 1/2. The answer is 3/10. Did you get all of this correctly? If yes, then it means to say you still remember the concepts on fractions. But if you were not able to answer these items, there is a need for us to review this. And that is the goal in this video. So let's start. What is a fraction? Fraction is defined as a part of a whole. It is also defined as an indicated division, and fraction is also defined as a ratio. As you can see here, it is in the form of a quotient of n over t, where n is the numerator and d is the denominator. When is a fraction said to be in simplest term? A fraction is in simplest form if the greatest common factor of the numerator and denominator is 1. So in this example, 9 over 24, we need to find first their GCF. So the GCF of 9 and 24 is 3. With this, we can now express 9 and 24 as a product of a number and their GCF. So for 9, it is 3 times 3. For 24, it is 3 times 8. With this, the simplest term of 9 over 24 is 3 over 8. Next, how will you find the LCD? To find the LCD, find the least common multiples of the denominators. In this example, 3/4 and 1/3, the denominators are 4 and 3. So first, we need to find their multiples. So we'll just simply list down the multiples of 4, then afterwards, the multiples of 3. So for 4, we have 4, 8, 12, 16, and so on. For 3, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, and so on. We need to stop since we have already found the least common multiple. We have 12. Therefore, the LCD of 4 and 3, or these fractions, is 12. Let's now have the kinds of fractions. First, as the relation between numerator and denominator. It is proper when the numerator is smaller than the denominator. Example, 5 over 7. Next, we have improper fraction. It is improper when the numerator is larger than the denominator. Example, 8 over 3. Next, we have as the relation of the denominator of two or more fractions. Fractions are considered similar when their denominators are equal. Example, 5/7 and 2/7. Fractions are dissimilar when their denominators are not equal. Let's say 3/5 and 1/4. Next, we have other classes. First, we have equivalent fractions. These are fractions having the same value. We have 3/8 and 12 over 32. 12 over 32, when simplified, becomes 3 over 8. That's why they are equivalent fractions. For mixed number, or mixed fraction, it is composed of a whole number and a proper fraction. Example, 4 and 5 over 7. 4 is the whole number and 5/7 is the proper fraction. Next, we have the rules involving zeros. When the numerator is 0 and you have a denominator that is non-zero, the value is 0. Example, 0 over 8. Next, non-zero numerator but 0 denominator. It is undefined or considered no value. Let's say 5 over 0. Lastly, 0 numerator and 0 denominator. It is considered indeterminate. Now, let us learn converting mixed number to improper fraction and vice versa. First, let's do mixed number to improper. So if we have 4 and 2/5, what we have to do is to multiply the denominator to the whole number. 5 times 4 is 20. Then the answer will be added to the numerator. 20 plus 2 gives us 22. So for the denominator, we'll just simply copy 5. So the improper fraction is 22 over 5. Next, we have improper to mixed number. So to do this, we'll just simply divide the numerator and the denominator. So 15 divided by 7 gives us 2. 7 times 2, we have 14. Subtract, we'll have 1. The whole number is the quotient, which is 2. The numerator is our remainder, which is 1. And we'll just simply copy the denominator, which is 7. Next, let's have ordering fractions. So one fraction is greater or less than when the cross product is greater or less than the other. So let's say we have 4/9 and 3/10. So let's do cross multiplication. So 4 will be multiplied to 10. So the product is 40. 3 times 9, the product is 27. Since 40 is greater than 27, it means to say that 4/9 is greater than 3/10. Let's now have the operations on fractions. First, we have adding or subtracting fractions. In similar fractions, we add or subtract the numerators, then copy the common denominator. For the similar fractions, we convert similar fractions before adding or subtracting. And for mixed numbers, we convert to improper before adding or subtracting. In symbols, we have a over c plus b over c is equal to a plus b all over c. Let's have some examples. First, we have 4/9 plus 1/9. Since these two fractions are similar, we'll just simply add the numerators. So we have 5. Then copy the common denominator, which is 9. So 5/9 is the answer. Next, we have 3/5 plus 2/3 minus 1/2. These fractions are dissimilar fractions. Therefore, we need to make them similar by finding the LCD. So the LCD of 5, 3, and 2 is 30. So we need to express each fraction in a new form using 30 as the denominator. To do this, 30 divided by 5 times 3. So we have 30 divided by 5 is 6 times 3, 18. Plus 30 divided by 3 is 10 times 2 is 20. Minus 30 divided by 2 is 15 times 1 is 15. Since the fractions are now similar, we can already perform the indicated operation. So here, 18 plus 20 is 38, minus 15 is 23. Then, we'll just simply copy the common denominator, which is 30. So we have an answer of 23 over 30. 4 and 1/3 minus 2 and 1/2. First, we need to convert these mixed numbers to improper fractions. So for 4 and 1/3, we have 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13 over 3. Minus 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5 over 2. Since these two fractions are dissimilar, we need to make the denominators the same. So the LCD of 3 and 2 is 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2, times 13 we have 26. 6 divided by 2 is 3, times 5 we have 15. 26 minus 15 we have 11 over 6. You may change this answer to a mixed number. So 11 over 6 is equivalent to 1 and 5 over 6. Now, let us have multiplying fractions. For similar and dissimilar fractions, we just simply multiply the numerators, then multiply the denominators. For mixed numbers, we need to convert to improper before multiplying. In symbols, we have this. Now, let us apply this to our examples. First, we have 5/8 times 1/9. So again, we'll just simply multiply the numerators. So 5 times 1 is 5. Multiply the denominators. 8 times 9 is 72. Since 5 over 72 is already in simplest form, this is already the final answer. Next, we have 2 and 1/3 times 3 and 3/4. First, let's convert these two mixed numbers to improper fractions. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7 over 3. Times 4 times 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15. So we have 15 over 4. Let's multiply the numerators. So 7 times 15, we have 105. 3 times 4, we have 12. Now, let us simplify this numerator and denominator. Okay, so we can divide both of these by 3. Therefore, 105 divided by 3, we have 35. 12 divided by 3, we have 4. So the answer here is 35 over 4. Let us have the last operation. So in dividing fractions, we just simply multiply the first fraction by the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal of the second fraction. In symbol, we have this. So let's apply this to our example. Let's say we have 4 over 7 divided by 9 over 14. So here we'll just simply copy the first fraction, 4 over 7, proceed to multiplication, and get the reciprocal of the second fraction, 9 over 14, so it will become 14 over 9. Do the procedure in multiplication. 4 times 14 gives us 56. 7 times 9 gives us 63. 56 over 63 can still be simplified, so we're going to divide these two by their greatest common factor, and that is 7. 56 divided by 7 gives us 8. 63 divided by 7 gives us 9. So the answer is 8 over 9. Let us now have complex fractions. It is a fraction whose numerator and or denominator is or are also fractions or combinations of fractions. So if we have this example, 1/2 minus 1/3 all over 3/4 plus 2/3, we need to simplify first the numerator, then simplify the denominator before we simplify the entire fraction. So first, let's change this to similar fraction. So the LCD of 2 and 3 is 6. 6 divided by 2 times 1, we have 3. 6 divided by 3 times 1, we have 2. All over 4 and 3, the LCD is 12. 12 divided by 4 times 3, we have 9. Plus 12 divided by 3 times 2, we have 8. Simplify, we have 1/6 all over 17 over 12. To divide these two fractions, let's apply dividing fractions. So we have 1 over 6, which is the first fraction. Proceed to multiplication. Get the reciprocal of 17 over 12, which is 12 over 17. Then multiply the numerators, we have 12. Multiply the denominators, we have 102. This can still be simplified further. 12 and 102 can be divided to 6. So 12 divided by 6, we have 2. 102 divided by 6, we have 17. So the answer is 2 over 17. This time it is your turn to practice. You may pause the video so you can answer these questions. Let's check your work now. Item number 1, the answer is 3/10. Item number 2, 11 and 1/3. Item number 3, we have 24. And item number 4, we have 11 over 12. Did you get all of this correctly? If yes, great job. Let's now move to the next slide. Again, you may pause the video so you can answer these questions. Item number 5, it is 8 over 45. Number 6, 5/6. Number 7, 3/5. And number 8, 1 over 68. Did you get all of this again? If yes, great job. To end, kindly take note of these important concepts in our lesson. First, fraction is a number expressed as a quotient in the form of n over d. And in performing operations, you need to take note of the following rules. In adding or subtracting similar fractions, just simply add or subtract the numerators and copy the denominator. While for dissimilar, convert first to similar fractions, and for mixed numbers, convert first to improper before adding or subtracting. To multiply fractions, we just simply multiply the numerators and denominators for the similar and similar fractions. But for mix, we need to convert first to improper before multiplying. Lastly, in dividing fractions, we multiply the dividend by the reciprocal of the divisor. That's all for today. I hope you learned something from this video. So if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell to be updated. See you in Math Room by Teacher Joanne. Bye everyone!